Good afternoon, YouTube. This is Kaylin Stream coming at you with that video that I had promised to do about the comparison between Vegemite and Marmite. And both of these jars were courtesy of Sunshine Side of Life 77. And she sent this to me, or had Amazon send it to me. So what I'm going to do first is show you the jars. There are slight differences between both of these jars. This is the Vegemite made in Australia. $19.23, and this company is actually the same company that makes the Bega canned cheese that you can buy on Amazon or on eBay or elsewhere. And it is the same cheese that is found in the Australian CR1M. I don't know if it's in the PR1M because I've never had one of those. But this has a nutritional information. This is the same standard format that is used in European food items. Or it'll say per 100 grams and then per portion. And there's a slight difference in serving size between the two as well. This one has a serving size of 5 grams. And then there's also a difference in the ingredients. And the words in bold are the allergen markers for those who may be allergic to this particular type of product because of some of the ingredients. So this one is a 220 gram jar. And then this one is very similar, but this is made in Dublin, Ireland. This is the 250 gram jar. April of 22 is the best buy date on here. And December 21 is the best buy date on the Vegemite. And then to access the nutritional information for this, you open up this label. The serving size on this is 8 grams, so there's a slight difference. May not be able to show up, but because there are slight differences in the ingredients, there is a slight difference in the nutritional profiles. But both of these, from what I understand from others that I've talked to, even after you open these, you do not refrigerate them. They are shelf stable even after opened. Because of the salt content, that's probably what preserves them. I mean, they won't last indefinitely after opening, but it makes them shelf stable enough where you don't have to refrigerate them after opening. And what I have here behind the jars, I just have a pack of MRE crackers. And then I got 2 knives and 2 plates. So I put a cracker on each plate. So I'll go ahead and open up the crackers. And then when I open the jars, I'll put the jars behind the plates. I don't care if these crackers are broken because they're going to do what I need them to do anyway. I'll probably end up breaking the crackers up anyway, so I'll just go ahead and do that just to just save a little time. There are the crackers. I'm just catching all the bits. I'm gonna make a slight adjustment. Okay, I've made a slight adjustment so that is a bit better in view. Now I'm going to go ahead and open the jars. I have never cracked these open before. This one is the kind where you have to literally crack the lid from the ring. This one has no seal on the top. This is in a clear jar. You can see the plate and my finger through the jar. Now this one, I'm just going to tear this little bit right here. And I'll just pull that off. This one is in a dark jar. It's a dark brown. And it is a little bit more viscous. You can actually see the color better in the lid. I have had Vegemite before. I had it when I reviewed a CR1M a few years ago. But I had never had the Marmite, and I have always wanted to try that. And off to the side, I have a water bottle. So after I take a bite, I will drink some water to clear my palate so I won't get a skewed flavor. And I'll use one knife for the Vegemite and one knife for the Marmite. I think I'm going to make a slight adjustment. There we go. Now the jars will be a little bit more in view. So you'll be able to see which one is which after I put a little bit on the cracker. See, this is more of a paste. And because this is so concentrated, you really don't need much. I have my slider open, so I do apologize for any extraneous noise that you may hear. I wanted to do this video and my plant update video earlier, but there was so much loud music coming from outside that I just couldn't do it. I mean, I could have, but I just did not want to get dinged for, you know, copyright. See, I just took some of this off the lid. Actually, I'm going to push these back just a little bit. Now the Vegemite is darker and it's not as shiny, whereas the Marmite is a little bit a lighter brown. Oops. And you can see it's a little thinner. So I'm going to go ahead and eat the piece with the Vegemite on it first. That actually has a little bit of a fresher taste than the one that came in that ration, probably because it traveled so far and who knows how long it was sitting in that tube and what kind of conditions it was in before it got to me. But it has that definite yeast flavor. It's very salty, so as I said, a tiny bit is all it takes. You can cook with this stuff. You can use it as a salt substitute. Some people may use anchovy to bring some saltiness to a food. You could use this. Now I'm going to drink some water. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this piece. This is the Marmite. That almost has like a toasted flavor to it. The Marmite is made with grains that are not used in the Vegemite. So, like wheat and barley are in the Vegemite. Oops. I'm going to cap the jars and I'll show the ingredients again. See if I can get this to focus. This thing does not really want to focus all that well. Well, there for a little bit, but See, rye, oats, and vegetable juice concentrate. So that is a little bit of difference in the flavor. But I do like them both. I'm going to take another drink of my water. And I'm just going to put a little bit more on another piece of cracker. Of course, these MRE crackers are so easily cracked. But they both spread very easily. Now this is, it has a consistency of a syrup. So there you go. There is a comparison between the original Vegemite that came all the way from Australia, and I would call the Marmite its cousin, since they are very similar in ingredients, manufacturing process, and the flavor profiles. And the Marmite has, at least to me, it has a bit of a toasty flavor, like it's been almost toasted. And no, it's not coming from the cracker, because these are not a well toasted cracker, that's for sure. But they are both very good options. You can find these on Amazon. And you can probably find them on eBay, but I'm sure it's better to get them on Amazon, because if there's a problem with the jars when you get them, it's probably easier to get that issue taken care of. But for those that have never had either one of these, if you're into trying something different, if you want to have a new flavor profile to experiment with, I would definitely go for it. If you want something that is not quite so runny but still easy to spread, even on a delicate cracker like this that is easily breakable, the Vegemite is good for that. But the Marmite, even though it is a little stickier like a syrup, it still spreads very well. So again, thanks to Sunshine Side of Life for getting these sent to me. so that I could bring this comparison video to you. So I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded, and I will enjoy the rest of my snack. And thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.